Thank God I don't need a babysitter no more. NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing you that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of movie reviews. Man, we are gonna have a good time. This is a movie that I ended up enjoying quite a bit, called The Babysitter. And straight up, I enjoyed this. This ended up being a lot better than I thought it would be. And it's because of the kind of lighthearted, yet, you know, semi-serious tone that we get throughout the film. We got this little kid, Cole. Man, the kid can't catch a break. You know, he's getting bullied. He's getting busted in the head with balls all the time. And nobody really is on his side. You know, nobody really likes him. He's also super reserved. He's scared to get out there. He does have, you know, a young girl down the street from him. You know, the little girl next door, might be a romance in the future. But he's kind of afraid to kind of talk to her. And it's tough for him because even on his own block, dude is getting bothered. Like, I mean, he can't even get to his house without, you know, the bicycle gang rolling up on him. And you end up feeling so sorry for this kid that when we get to the point of the action of the film, you really pull for this kid. And like, it just works out so well because I gotta give it to the actor, like, he makes you care about that kid. And usually child actors or younger actors don't really have the experience, but I feel like this actor is technically sort of too good for this movie. But let's get to the point that, you know, we all want to see. The babysitter, she's pretty, you know, she's like blonde, and, you know, she's like the teen dream, all right? And, you know, she's hanging out with him, and they're like best buds and everything, and he has like a little crush on her and all that stuff. And, you know, she's babysitting him on a night when his parents are going out to have their, you know, parent time. You know, parents still gotta get out there and get their life, you know what I'm saying? So they going out to have their parent time, and it seems like, yo, look, just gonna be a babysitting night just like any other. And his friend says, why don't you stay up, see what happens after you go to sleep, after the babysit? I bet she gonna bring tons of people over there. Well, yeah, she does. And boy, that whole satanic stuff is super serious on a couple levels, because not only are you committing a crime, capital offense for murdering someone, but you're also murdering somebody in someone's house. Look, if you're gonna kill somebody, don't kill somebody in my house. You know what I'm saying? You got blood flying all over the place. It's gonna look like I planned it, like it was like I sanctioned this stuff. Don't be killing people in someone else's house. And I was even wondering, I was like, yo, y'all supposed to be like this cult kind of thing going on. Like, who's gonna clean this mess up? Like, I could see if they had like plastic down or something, but I mean, they had like Tarantino blood flying all over the place. And I mean, they had the blood all over the brother. And then, you know, it was a mistake to kill like that. But I digress. The movie is good because the way these kids, or these, I guess, teenagers or whatever, the way they play out their roles in this film is almost like a scary, more gory version of Home Alone. I mean, have you seen Home Alone? Have you seen it in a while? Because if you haven't, let me remind you, some guys coming to his house, they trying to rob the house, and the kid gives all these like funny hijinks to stop him. And stuff that should kill them. Well, in this movie, it kills them. It kills each and every one. Even accidents like the brother falling off the steps ends up getting stabbed through the neck. The girl gets blown up. Another girl gets shot in the breast. Like, there's tons of stuff to see in this movie as far as like deaths, and it's pretty satisfying deaths. Like, I don't think there's one death that I was like, that's kind of corny. They were funny and they were cheesy to the point that they were supposed to be cheesy, but they were never dull. And I really gotta give this movie props for not being corny, not being dull. Because being a Netflix film is kind of like a rental. And sometimes when there's something on Netflix, as the movies we've seen, they've all been kind of middle of the road, but this one actually steps its game up from the gore to the laughs, to the little romance, to the kid that you care for, to the weird satanic stuff, and even the cool action. I've got to give this movie nothing more, but also nothing less than 3.5 stars. I mean, this movie is really reaching and getting up there, and I think it's enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with this film. Like, the deaths alone, even the fight chase scenes, you know, the bully, the dumb bully, and like his bike named Cindy, and like there's just so many small, quirky, dumb things to get like a giggle out of. Even the, you know, him getting hit in the head with the ball, the satanic stuff with the blood flying all over. There's a lot to get out of this, and it is bloody, but of course it's fake blood. It is bloody, but it's fun. It ends up being a movie that's like, you know what? I'd watch this again, and I'd love to see this with a couple of friends to sit down and just like kind of have a good time with this one, because this is a movie that I think is above something like Chucky, which is clearly just a rental, just base rental. That's it. This has a lot more charm than that does. This has way more charm than Don't Kill It. And I gotta give kudos to Netflix, and I gotta give some kudos to Mick G, because Mick G made this, and usually I'm not a super Mick G fan, but this joint hits home. So guys, have you seen The Babysitter? If you haven't, I recommend it. I think you might like it. If you're into kind of horror comedy, that's light, you know what I'm saying? I think you enjoy it. So holla at me, I'ma holla at you. Down in the comments, let me know what you thought about The Babysitter. Am I crazy for liking this? Am I right on point for liking it, or should I have liked it more? I think it's right there where it's like, it's just above solid. Like, it's getting up into that like, wow, I would really buy this territory. So guys, before I bounce, I gotta tell you to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all of that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget to get one for them players. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that nerd soul. That's right, there is no better way I can show people that you like what you are watching. So a big shout out goes to LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart, so please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, just because somebody looks dead doesn't mean they are dead. God. Peace.